it going, fam? Long time no see. Welcome back to Erica's EDC. That just rhymed, didn't it? Sweet. I'm a poet now. You didn't know. Guys, today we have something really fun to talk about. We are going to go over all of my current Richter knives slips. Because, at least for now, I have my little collection, and I don't have any being made right now, so we're going to do a whole video dedicated to the one and only Richter knives slips. Michael, thank you for sending all of these along. I did pay for these, guys, don't worry, but he is just incredible. So I'm going to lower you guys down, and we're going to look at each one and what kind of knife is in each slip, because there are a few styles that he does. I'm getting a ton of DMs about, you know, which one the copper lock will fit in, or what's the best one for the old-timer Bruin, etc., etc. So I wanted to make a video showing what I put into each style of slip. That way you guys know what kind you want when you contact him for yours. But I wanted to just have my face in it for 2 seconds because everyone's bitching about me not putting my face on the camera for some reason, so here you are. Yes, I cut all of my hair off. Why? Because I fucking wanted to. Let me put you guys down, okay? Beep, 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 beep. Alright. Just turn you a little bit here. Whoa. Easy. Okay. So, this will just be easier for me to show you guys up close, because the camera, I realized, focuses better on the items if I have a background, and I'm tired of putting my hand up and trying to get it to focus all the time. That's another reason why I keep doing these style of videos, guys, because the camera's not focusing unless I have a background, which today the canvas is my body. But it's getting really difficult to try to do this all the time when it's on my face and make things focus. So today we're just doing it like this, but here's my pretty face if you wanted to see it. Okay? Alright, so since we have this one out, let's just look at this. This is a slip that is in saw cut bone texturing. See how quickly that focused? That is going to be so much easier for me moving forward. I am so tired of using my hand all the time to try to get this stupid fucking thing to focus. Here we go. Saw cut bone textured slip. How cool is that? This one has a knife that Michael actually gifted to me when he sent all of these along, which brought tears to my eyes. This is a case single blade sow belly that he gave to me as a gift, and he sent along some case paste too and some stickers. This one has some really good walk and talk. And it's so funny how the universe and how God works. I literally was just talking with my friend Kyle, and he, you know, was like, if you can get your hands on a case single blade sow belly, you would absolutely love it. But they're really hard to get, and they're expensive on the secondary. And I was like, okay, well, that probably means I'm never going to get one. And Michael did not tell me that he was sending this along. I had no idea. And literally the next day, when my package came in, this was inside of it. Now, you tell me that there's not something out there. I don't care what you think it is. It could be a freaking salt shaker in the sky. I don't care. There's something out there, and that kind of stuff is just so cool to me. So when I opened this, I literally was crying. I was like, wow, what a weird coincidence that I was just talking about this with someone and wanted one so bad, and here it is. So I matched these two up because I thought that these complemented each other in terms of the colors. This slip also had nothing for it. I had my Sebenza riding in it before, but it was such a tight squeeze, that's what she said, that I had to switch the knife out because it was just, see, it's fit to my Sebenza, but whew, that was tough. So this and this are friends now. They are getting to know each other, and I think they look really good together. But that's what I have in here. Oh, and another question that I'm getting a lot is, which side do you put in first? For me, I put the pivot side going into the slip first, because the whole reason for this slip is to block out dirt and grime and pocket lint and hair from getting in the moving parts. I don't care about everything else, really. It's the moving part that's tricky to clean out. So for me, I always do shield side up, pivot in first with every single knife. That way that moving part is protected. This has no moving parts and it's completely covered. So that's the part that gets to see the light of day. And that's exactly how I run every single knife. Hopefully that helps you guys a little bit. With the saw cut theme, we have this one as well. And Michael had made this for his very own old-timer Bruin that he got rid of. And he gifted me this slip because he didn't need it anymore. So, okay, I guess I have one that I didn't pay for. He did gift me this. He didn't need it anymore because he doesn't have the knife. But he purposely created this slip with this coloring and everything for this exact knife. As you can see, they are related. So again, pivot side, shield up goes in. This is a knife that I'm actually testing this month for the whole month. I am obsessed with it. I love the slip. I think it all looks so good together. The patina is just coming in like crazy. This knife is absolutely stunning, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Oh, come on. I was just saying that you're focusing. This knife is awesome, guys. I'm going to make a dedicated video on this because it's very interesting, and I'm not used to knives like this, but I'm actually really enjoying it. The patina is looking good. It's ever-changing. I just love it. I really actually like this knife, and I've been using it so much. So, there's that one. Let's look at the wood-textured ones, because those, I think, are one of his biggest sellers. These, he textures them with like a wood grain pattern, and I think this is just one of the best slips that you can get from him. I have never seen anything like this. Also, I'm hearing that a lot of people like this heavy leather that he uses when he does these. Like, this is what people prefer. I am obsessed with this. This one doesn't have anything in it right now because it's an extra. It used to have my trapper, but I switched that to a different slip. But that is just some beautiful texturing, coloring. It literally looks like a real piece of wood. And I do have a raw leather one as well with the same texture. And you guys know what's in here. My GEC Yellow Rose Muskrat that Cole gifted me. And I just think that these like colors go really well together. I think that these look good. So yeah, I have this writing in there, and this is just a knife that has two of the same exact blade. So yeah, there's that. What else do we have? We have a micarta textured one, specifically made for the GEC bullnose. So that's got a cool little 71 stamp down there. Lanyard hole, matching lanyard. I put a hammered bead on there from Urban Carvers in brass. So this whole thing just kind of flows together and I think looks incredible. Now I can easily get it out of there because this one's a nice tight fit. But the brass matches the pins and the lanyard tube. Sorry, I put some Smith's leather balm on this and it's in there. That's what that is. It's just wax or leather balm. Come on, focus. Oh, we were doing so well. Come on. Son of a bitch. Every time. Okay. Well, hopefully it'll... There we go. GEC Bullnose. In green micarta. And Michael made this slip for this knife exactly. So they look really dang good together because they're meant to be. Look at that. Stunning. Yeah, that goes in there like that. There we go. So as you can tell, there are, you know, a lot of different styles that he does. You can get this slit. You can get it without the slit. You can decide which, you know, side you want the lanyard tube on. You can do thinner leather. You can do nothing. Let's look at this one next. This one doesn't have a lanyard hole at all, and it has nothing to it. This is just a red slip for my Chestnut Bone CV medium stockman. And it has some beautiful red tones in it, so I just figured it would make sense to get a red slip. And this is obviously going to darken and wear in as time goes on, so I think these will match furthermore. But I adore this knife. I freaking love this thing. And I did have a small Texas Jack, but I'm giving that to a friend because I just don't need two knives that have multiple blades, so I'm sending that to my friend Steve. So this is my only knife right now, aside from the Muskrat, I think, that has multiple blades, like in this shape, I guess, because my trappers have a different shape. And obviously you have moving parts on a 3-blade, so right here we have a blade that's being touched, but I'd rather have, like, this is way more open, so that goes in, of course, and this side is out. A lot of people have been asking about this. So my case mini copper lock is riding in this style of slip. I asked for the lanyard hole and this kind of configuration here. This is in ghost leather, so as you can see on the back, come on, we were doing so well. On the back, the ghost leather, or the ghost wax, is wearing off, so you can tell where it's been riding up against other items in my pocket. You've got scratches, a huge wear mark right here, because that's where the bolster of the knife is kind of, it's like riding right there in the sheath, or in the slip, I should say. So that wax is wearing off. It's looking really good. And it has, if it'll focus, man, I must have jinxed it. There we go. Yellow thread to match this knife, and a little brass bead on there. And this is the knife where I had a few too many beers and just took a little honeymoon to Teener Town and tried everything that I could get my hands on to put some cool colors on this blade, and it's looking incredible. Look at that. I think that looks so dang good. But having a couple beers and going to Teener Town is a blast, guys. Michael over at Richter Knives, the guy who made all these slips, he's actually the president of Teener Town, and I'm the mayor. So if you want to come visit, put in an order. Everybody's welcome. But you do have to say patina 3 times in order to get in. Like, there's a gate. Like, there's a sign and it says, like, welcome to Teener Town. And there's a gate, and Michael is standing at the gate, and you can only get in if you say patina, patina, patina. And then you're allowed in. So it's a fun place to visit. You also have to carry a knife to get in. Here's another one with ghost leather. This is an orange one. And as you can see, again, wearing in really nicely. This has a mini trapper in true sharp stainless inside of it. This was a gift from my friend Steve, and I had Michael make the slip for it to match, because I love me some orange. So, doesn't that just look cool? Look at that. Ugh. I just love, like, matching things up like this. Like, my little OCD brain is like, that's tasty. Look at that. Little orange cream popsicle action there. So this one's been riding in here. And as that wax wears off, that's going to look dang cool. And a different type of stamp on the back, which is kind of neat. This is his... where's another handmade? Okay, so that's like his typical handmade stamp. This one looks different, and it's hard to see because of the wax, but it's like a bigger stamp, and it's a circle, and it says Made in USA. That's all it says is like Made in USA. Made in USA. Made in the USA. Jigged slip. You guys have seen this one before. This is for my... Oh, God, this is getting tricky. This is for my Case Sodbuster Jr. in 1095. The Smoky Valley Sunrise, I think it is. It's the exclusive from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. They've got a whole bunch of these. They're in 1095 high carbon. Wicked cool little soddies. I hated this thing until my friend Josh fixed it for me and fixed this area right here because it was trashed, and he cleaned up the whole thing for me. Now I love it. I think it looks fantastic. And Michael made a slip to match the texturing of the covers, so it is literally identical. He even mimicked the main channel of the knife covers right there, so there's like kind of a main channel running through there, and he recreated that up here somehow, some way, with his little magic hands. That sounded fucked up. There are some, jigging spots here. I mean, he did an incredible job copying these covers with this slip. And this will again darken to match these covers a little more once it wears in. This will just kind of change, and these are going to look like brother cousins. What is up with all the messed up shit I'm saying today, man? I don't know what has gotten into me. There must be something in the air. There really must be, because I'm saying some weird stuff and I just shouldn't be saying it, but we are. Bloop. So there's that. This is probably his most sought after slip in terms of design, color, stamping, everything. I think this is the most commonly asked for because this was like his original slip. And people just want it. It's just like a typical dye color, saddle brown maybe. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy, just looks kind of worn in. Looks even better with age. And he rides a CV Chestnut Bone Soddy in his, and I copied him. Of course, the moment I saw his, I needed to get my own, so I got this from Knives Ship Free. I do not know if they have any more. I know Callow Blades was able to pick one of these up from Knives Ship Free. I don't know if there are any more. I'm sorry if they're out now. I kind of like told the YouTube world that they were there, and I guarantee they're not there anymore because everyone went and bought them. So, me, Michael, and Callow Blades have this exact knife with the same slip because it's just like a trend that Michael started, but I think these look incredible together. I think they match really well. The Chestnut Bone covers, I think, look really good with this color leather, even though they're not, the same color, but they look really good together. And this is my Soddy that I ended up putting a new edge on, and I've been using it obviously, so now it's getting a patina again, but yeah, this thing's a little ripper, that's for sure. I love this knife. Out of all of my baby Soddies, this is probably my favorite one. And last but not least, we got this little Crazy Horse guy. And this is a smaller slip with thinner leather in Crazy Horse pattern, like I said. This is I think a little more comparable to the size of this one. So they're kind of smaller than his normal. Let me pull in a normal size one. It's like a hair shorter. So this is more suitable for a mini trapper or maybe a mini copper lock, I would figure. And this has my little burlap Micarta 1095 mini trapper in there, because here we'll pull out the Sodbuster Jr. A little bit shorter, not by too much, but just a hair, just a different shape. So this one rides in here, and this little slip gets this little guy, and it leaves you room to pull it out by the bolster, which is really nice. This leather is more supple and thin, like I said. It's just kind of different. It has more of a suede feeling to it. Handmade stamp. Come on. Come on. We can look at the blades real quick on this too. This one's a user. This one's been to Teenertown and back a couple times. Especially with that clip point blade. Not so much Teenertown on the Spay blade, because this is my utility blade, so it's not contacting a lot of liquids. This is more of a box cutter, tape cutter, rope cutter, package opener, blah blah blah. I've gone over why I do that on other videos. But yeah, I really like these together. I just think this size fits this knife better. I used to ride this little guy in this slip, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of big for it. Or it's not kind of big, it's just like you can't grab it. So you can do the squeeze, but I'm just doing this now. And then I'll save this for something else that comes along. But those are all of the slips that I have from Richter Knives, for now at least. He has his own YouTube channel, guys. He makes incredible content. I will link that down in the description if I end up having a brain when I upload this. No promises. But please go put an order in with him on Instagram. His Instagram is Richter Knives. You will see that he has the same like profile picture as his YouTube on his Instagram, so you'll know it's him, and it's very obvious that it's him. Hit him up in his DMs for one of these guys, or 3 or 10. I cannot emphasize how well made these are, and he's just such a good guy. He does a lot of really cool stuff for the community. He just did an awesome giveaway of a case knife. I think it was a canoe. Just a very talented man, someone who deserves the recognition of his work. Because some of this stuff is just, you're never going to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've never seen this before. And next time you do, if it's not from him, they're copying him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing out there like this. And there will be soon, because people are going to start copying him, obviously. But you'll know where the OG came from. Ugh. I've never seen anything like it. I can't get enough of his craftsmanship. So please go put in an order with Michael. He's incredible. He deserves it. Michael, I know that you're going to watch this, so I love you, brother. Thank you for all of the hard work that you do for the community. Let's get you doing this full time. You deserve it. Okay, guys? Go put in an order on Instagram with him. I will see you guys on the next video. We need to use your shit. Hold on. Oh god, I want this one. Hold the phone! We need to use your shit. Guys, go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. Grab some leather work from Richter Knives. And I will see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Peace. See you later.